No one was asking President Trump to take up this task.
What? Did he just say that? Wait a minute, guys. Did he just say that? No one was asking President Trump to take up the... Oh my God. Oh my. Hey. Guys, anyway, welcome back again to Annex Media. My name is Ivan Mugalia, and today we're going to be just diving deep into the speech of the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, regarding the peace deal that he signed yesterday with President Felix Tshisekedi, that is in the United States, Washington. It was, of course, mediated by Donald Trump Jr., the president of the United States of America. But guys, what is so shocking about this speech is that he said no one asked President Trump to take up on this quote-unquote mediator job or mediator gig. I mean, Trump has been going on a spree, trying to be the president of peace, trying to break deals, to stop wars. And of course, we all know that for the interest of America, because his slogan is to make America great again. So all these things are going on. At the back of it, we suspect that there is something in for America that would make it great, as his campaign slogan goes. But President Paul Kagame says something that is shocking. And it's just like simply saying, this is not your business. Get the hell out of here. What the hell? Hey. Oh my goodness. This is really hard to understand. If you are in my shoes right now and you are hearing a speech that is calculated, that is written down, and he makes sure that he reads word by word, and it's like, plainly, no one was asking President Trump to get involved in this. But of course, we know, as rumors have been, that President Paul Kagame of Rwanda is actually the oppressor in this whole situation. This conflict has been going on for more than 3 decades, and right now we see something like a peace deal, and he has shared it in his speech that these things have happened many times, where they come together, they write deals, they sign on paper, and nothing happens. They go back, they get somebody else, tries to make a deal again, and on and on and on. It goes on and on and on. So what's different about today's deal? What's different about this specific one that President Trump signed? We're all going to listen to that. I mean, I'll get another video to just dissect into this topic and to expound this thing, to understand what exactly is into the peace deal that was signed between DRC and Rwanda. But today, let's first focus on Paul Kagame, the president of the Republic of Rwanda. Listen to what he has to say. Then we can get into our conclusions together. Here we go.
President of the United States of America, Excellencies, heads of state and government, and former heads of state, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with some words of thanks. First, to my fellow heads of state and government from Africa, your presence here confirms that these efforts enjoy the broad support necessary to succeed. I also thank Minister of State Kulaifi, representing His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad of Qatar. The role of Qatar has been absolutely central in getting us to this point. But of course, the biggest vote of thanks goes to President Donald Trump. No one was asking President Trump to take up this task. Our region is far from the headlines. But when the President saw the opportunity to contribute to peace, he immediately took it. This conflict has lasted for 30 years. We have seen countless mediations and efforts, but none has succeeded in resolving the underlying. President Trump introduced a new and effective dynamism that created a space for breakthroughs. His approach is even-handed, never taking sides. He orients us toward the future, not the past, emphasizing that the dividend of peace is prosperity and investment, including from the United States. More importantly, President Trump's approach is pragmatic. The process has not become an end in itself. All of these elements filter down to his dedicated team, and here I want to single out Secretary Rubio and Masad Bulos for special appreciation. We would not be here today without their efforts. And as a result, we have the clearest and most viable path forward that we have ever had. These accords provide everything needed to end this conflict once and for all. If this agreement falters and things do not work out as they are supposed to, the responsibility will not lie with President Trump, but with ourselves. It's up to us in Africa, working with our partners to consolidate and expand this peace. There will be ups and downs on the road ahead. There is no doubt about it. Rwanda, I know, will not be found wanting. I can assure you of that. Our only objective is and has always been for our country to be safe and secure after having endured so much tragedy. We now only want to look forward in confident expectation of a prosperous and stable future. Mr. President, Excellencies, I thank you for your kind attention.
Well, yeah. We thank you so much, Your Excellency Paul Kagame of Rwanda, for your kind words. But I'm amazed at how you crafted these words at the time that you gave this speech and the care you took while reading every single word in your speech. I mean, I would suspect maybe or I expect something at like sometimes whereby you just go naturally. Like, I would like to thank President Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. Not, I would like to thank President Trump of America. Oh my goodness. But anyway, it all shows that you took great care in crafting it, writing it down, and narrowing down the major points that you had to say out. Like Rwanda was never will never be wanting. Did you just say that? Rwanda? Rwanda will not be found wanting. What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean? What do you want to? What message are you bringing out? Why don't you just come directly? Rwanda will never be wanting. And the most shocking one for me is that no one was asking President Donald Trump, but he took it upon himself. Of course, you don't need somebody to ask you. You do not need anyone to ask you at all to get involved in any process that can lead to justice, can help to save humanity. Because as long as you're a human being, of course, it is your responsibility to fight for humanity. And that's exactly what President Donald Trump is trying to do here in this situation, if we do not look at the financial aspect of this. Yeah, because I don't really know what is into the details of this document that you guys signed, or the peace deal, whatever comes along with it. We really need to dive in and understand very well. Otherwise, you guys as leaders on top, you are breaking deals, you are making deals that we have no idea about. All we hear and we want to know is ceasefire. There's no more troops of Rwanda. There's no more military support from Rwanda to the rebels or armed groups or African partners that you are working with, like you mentioned in the speech. That's what we want to hear. That the war has ended. There's no more dying. There's no more suffering. There's no more displacement. There's no more, there's a lot I could say about this, because people in Congo, DRC have been suffering. Eastern part of DRC has been, has been totally unbearable, because very many families have been destroyed. People have died. Futures have been disrupted. And people have been abused in all sorts of human rights abuse, and to this point they have never gotten justice, and they do not expect or even know how to get justice. So if the only thing that we can receive from this is speeches like this, without actual actions, without going on ground and changing things, moving some pieces on the board to see a real change, then definitely Africa is not going anywhere with this. So whatever this is all about, my humble request is, please respect the deal. Let it be a peace deal, not a financial deal. But as he has shared that the process has not become an end, he has still shared that this is the most clear and viable path that they are heading to ever since they started having such meetings and such peace deals and all that. But there is one thing that he emphasizes as well, that if this whole process fails, just like the other ones that he has mentioned that we have seen and heard all along and have been failing, then Trump has nothing to do with it. Remember the first phrase that I mentioned, that no one was asking Trump. So if it fails, he has nothing to do with it. He has done his part. He volunteered for something. He has made it happen. But if it fails, we Africans are to blame. You Africans are to blame. Kagame, President Paul Kagame, you are to blame. President Felix Tshisekedi, you are to blame. But specifically Paul Kagame, because you are the very, very person who is saying these statements, and you have the biggest role, because the fact that you were even centered in the middle when you guys were sitting there means a lot, because in such deals like peace deals, the seating arrangement matters a lot. And always read the room, read the body language. If you looked at the body language between the two presidents, that's Paul Kagame and Felix Tshisekedi, it wasn't giving the vibes of peace. It was just giving hostility, beef and all that. Didn't even shake hands. What the hell? This is not right. But anyways, this is my honest review about this and this speech that Paul Kagame made. Because he says that it's not going to be an easy process to implement this peace accord. And if it fails, Trump would have done his part. But he thanks Trump so much and kind of amazed how he is very concerned about a place that is even. He said that this region is what? Does not even make headlines? It's far from headlines. But he's so amazed at how Trump has a kind heart. Of course, we know where the kindness come from. Let's not play dumb here. But anyways, my fellow Africans, we all believe that we choose leaders who are able to represent us, who are able to bring out the very best for us. But sometimes things are not that way. Sometimes we get disappointed. And sometimes things like these open our eyes just to understand that we need a better system. And that system starts with me and you. The responsibility is yours and mine. As Africans, we need to educate one another. We need to be aware. We need to know our rights. We need to fight for our rights, and we need to make this happen, not just talk. Because as they say, talk is cheap. So all you guys did was talk, but now it's time to see the actions. Is there really going to be peace between DRC and Congo? We're going to see the eastern part of Congo settled without any difficulties or challenges. Well, let's wait and see. And if you think whatever I'm sharing is biased to something, please give me your personal view. Give me your honest review in the comment section. And if you enjoy this video, please like. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be bringing up more of this. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Ivan Mugalia here on Annex Media. Keep it locked.